let's get started. Why not? Hey guys, this is This Random Life. You already know this is Justin. Yes, Justin, your last name.
Alsedek.
Yep, there you go. We've gone through your name so many times I don't want to mess that up again.
That's all right.
And you know him. Well, I know you from seeing you at Battle of the Brushes and seeing you also on Facebook with a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But you are now the host, the owner. What are you of the Battle of the Brushes?
So I'm the creator, host.
Cool.
I mean, it's not like anything to own technically because
Right.
it's not. We don't even have a Facebook page or anything.
Really?
I toyed around with doing it, but just like it's another
Yeah, it's a whole nother
pain
job.
in the ass. I have plenty of content for it. I could feed the machine from the last 2 years of
Mhm.
photos and videos and things I've edited. I've thought about how to do it, but then I'm
Doing it.
like, I have everything else going on, so it's
Right.
like. Yeah, I don't know. Unless
Right.
I can find somebody that wanted to run that, and I could just give them the material and let them go crazy with it.
Hmm.
Possibly
We might
might be.
talk about this later.
Yeah.
If you can figure out a Dropbox for me, I might. I do fun stuff like that all the time. I also saw you at the Magnolia Splash and Dash or the Art Army Splash and Dash.
Yeah.
The Splash and Dash.
I
A
think it
bunch of
was like
people
the
were
Max
there.
and Art Army
Yeah,
collaboration.
that was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
You guys won the champ.
Yeah, little
Won the
Kai.
Kai.
I
Kai was
miss.
awesome. Kai was so cute. He's your son, right?
He's
He's super
still
dope.
watching the video of him winning the trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a
Oh.
video that I guess Jesse Miller took, and he's he just likes to watch it, and then he
Yeah.
goes and gets his trophy, and he goes around the house showing off. So it's not at my studio yet because
No.
he's
Still
it's
parading
still,
around with
yeah.
it. That's
So
awesome.
at
I
some
love
point, I'm
that.
sure I'll be able to transport it, but I don't know. I mean, he still talks about it.
Yeah, that's
He's a
awesome.
champ.
That's always he is the champ. He was the champ. So all right, that's awesome. Family man. We all love a family man. But your art. When did you get started with your art?
Oh, I mean, he's growing up. I always liked to doodle. I can remember drawing like Wolverine battling the Hulk in like
Whoa.
fifth grade. I think I remember I made up one where they fought each other, and it was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Me and my brother always used to draw these like like aliens, like the movie
Yeah.
Aliens, and Terminator, whatever. Kind of those movies we were watching. We do these like action things where we'd start drawing a character, and then inevitably it'd be scribbled out because we'd be like making this guy shoot a thing over here, and then it'd be like someone else would get drawn, and it'd
Yeah.
just be a big scribble pile by the end of it. But we would be acting out something with it. It was fun.
Trying to do something with
So
it. That's awesome.
in school, I always liked those classes because I considered the easy A, so to
Right.
speak, or not even. It was just like a nice, like not feeling like you're in school kind of class. So I did take a lot of art classes in school, but not because I thought career or
Right. You're just
living.
like,
Just like this is fun
this could be
and
easy.
this would be an easy class and nothing like science or something
Right. Were you
which
good at school?
they're pretty good. I mean, I think I could have done a lot better.
Yeah.
I
Me
know,
too.
like I'm good at math and things like that, but if I just not, I was too busy wanting to skateboard, play video games, or hanging
Right.
out stuff
Being a
after
kid.
school. And so it's
Right.
like I would
Forget about
do. I was
homework.
really good at passing and
Just getting by.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
I think I kind of do
B's
that
and
too.
C's kind
Like,
of on
just get
average.
through.
Could get the A's if I was really into a class, but
Right. Yeah.
and then college I went to an art school, so it was all art, and there was very little academic work at the school I went to, which was nice.
Yeah. You just focus straight on art.
Yeah, they had art history and they had some like psych class at one point, but I think other than that, it was pretty much all art related courses. We didn't have any math or
Okay.
anything. It was crazy.
That's actually kind of fun.
Probably
Did you learn a lot of your art from going to that college? Like who the artist that you are today, or did you still have a lot to grow from there?
I went for fine art photography, and so that's what I was into when I was in high school. So I did
Okay.
like the yearbook. I was back, show my age here with the, shooting the 35 millimeter, and we had the
Okay.
actual dark room. So all the photos that were in the yearbook were all shot and processed by me and a team of
Whoa.
other photographers.
Like in a dark room, a red room.
I lived in the dark room a
Whoa.
lot during high school, especially my senior year. It was mostly pretty much dark room, and then a couple actual, painting, drawing classes. But
Well, that's
yeah, so
cool.
that's what got me into. So I had a portfolio with photography, so that's what ultimately got me into an art school. And so I took fine art photography. And while I was there, a lot of you're surrounded by illustrators and painters and all kinds of different art. So you're like, I get inspired and I take a couple courses and just sit in on some figure drawing classes and whatnot. So I just, kept creating on the side. Like I'd always have a sketchbook and I'd be drawing from magazines, like portraits or whatever. And then I had a summer job drawing portraits at an amusement park. That's what I ended up doing.
Okay, how much were you making doing that?
It was commission based,
Okay,
so it was it could be good. I mean, at the time, it was the one of the better paying jobs I had because it was your energy got put into it.
right.
I think you started off at like 20%, and by the end of it, you could peak at 30, which is kind of not a lot when you think about like you'd have to make $1,200 in sales for them, and now you're only getting three to
Yeah,
four hundred dollars,
yeah,
and then they take taxes and stuff out. So you work a
right,
lot to make, but I mean, in a week, it was good. Like for me in college, I mean, because
right,
got to just draw, and then you would
right.
hustle with frames. Really, that's where you made most of your money. It was like $36 sketch, sell them a $70 frame mat setup to go with it, and then
Ah, I
that's
see what you're
where. So
saying.
that's where if you were good at selling that kind of stuff, you could really push your sales higher. Because like a front view, I think the front view at one point was like $36 for a front view, like one sketch, and then profiles were like $12 for the color, and then you could every time you add somebody in, you multiply it. So
Yeah,
if you wanted to be crazy and get a family of 5 in the front, which was really fucking tedious, you'd be
yeah,
like squeezing them all on this piece of paper because paper is the same size no matter how many people you're drawing.
right,
And then you try to frame them. You had to make sure you had left enough so that way when you put the mat on, it didn't look terrible because if you put it in then the mat at the end, like we had them all displayed out,
right.
you couldn't sell it because it's like their heads were coming out. And you're like, I'm not the kind of person to be like, that looks great, and it doesn't. I'd
Yeah,
be like,
it's not
so I
it.
don't think you should get this frame. Let's just bag it up and you can go
Oh
because this looks
man.
terrible.
So it really also has to base on like you had like also plan your drawing on your sale at the end of it
Yeah,
all.
you got to make sure you're within like an invisible parameters in your head of like. So I
Whoa.
put my hand up. Usually my hand was like the head. If it was a single head, I'd be like my hand and I start. So you
Okay.
get pretty fast at it, and you didn't have. We weren't allowed racers the first 2 years I was there, and then when we switched, somebody else came in and they handed us an eraser for the first time. So, and we're using like this
Whoa.
black charcoal pencil to do the first part of the drawing. Like so, I was like in those days, like after I got done there and started doing it on my own when I started venturing out, I was really fast and I could get it pretty accurate. Like I was so confident that anybody could sit down and I could sketch it out, which
Whoa.
I'd love to get back into that kind of shape again, but I know I'm not drawing like,
Yeah.
especially when I was doing it on my own on the boardwalk, because then I was literally out there for like 3 months straight. I'd be every night for hours with a line of people just
Yeah.
drawing. So like my
And they
drawing hand was pretty tight at that point. Like now I'm a
you
lot
could have some
looser.
weak spots.
Yeah, if I was trying to do that again, but then I don't know. I don't know if you've seen like me and Jordan Chappitt. We've done 2 of them now where we do a live drawing portrait event.
Oh no, I haven't seen that. That would be
We did one
awesome.
at Infinite and we did one at Noma. That was pretty
Whoa.
fun.
Explain that. A bunch of people show up and in portrait, or you just do a live portrait of one person,
You would
or
sit there and we would draw a live portrait because
oh,
that's what I was
okay,
doing in the
okay.
park. So it's like similar. He actually Jordan did the same thing. I think he did it. He did characters, if I'm not mistaken, and at one point, and then so we both had this kind of background experience. I was like, hey, we should
Yeah,
so he was doing these little painted portraits, and I was doing pastel portraits, and you could sign up in advance, and then you get a sketch. We only had so many slots, so
yeah.
which we want to do it again at some point. Hopefully, maybe we'll do it next spring or something. We'll start talking about doing it in maybe his space or my space or something, or out again. But we
Right.
did Pints and Portraits was the Infinite Ale, and I don't think we had any kind of. There's some fun I'll have to show you afterwards. There's
Yeah.
some fun ads we made for it. Um, but anyhow, yeah. So yeah, I'm actually going to be doing a live sketch at the Applaud the Arts. So we'll be setting up the easel and
Okay.
doing that again. I don't know if I will be doing it more traditional or I might. I've been, as you can see by my latest work, been getting farther away from reality and
Yeah.
more just colors and shapes and kind of
Right. Right.
faces becoming more geometric, sort
Yeah.
of.
I have your flamingo one.
Nice.
So I that's where I met you and your art. But you said something about art. You just said something about the appreciation art, or what would you just call it? I've been seeing it a lot more on social media on Facebook. Um, you're gonna be pulling your easel out at the
Oh, at the Applaud the Arts.
Applaud the Arts.
Applaud the Arts. Yeah.
Applaud the Arts. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that what that's an event? What?
That is an annual. I'm gonna totally gonna butcher.
It's okay. I'll probably holler at him and maybe get a conversation in.
I
And
believe it's that put on by the MCA. I don't remember what annual this one is. They've been doing it for a long, long
okay,
while, and it's like a they give out awards to different groups and individuals in the arts in
cool.
town, like people like they're doing great stuff art wise, and they celebrate that, and they just have a big party this year. I think it's like themes of pair. Oh gosh, yeah, like I just feel like
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. I will definitely reach out because I've been very interested in that and everything. And hopefully there's a party because I always do love a party.
yeah, you can
Oh,
get your tickets for sure. They're gonna have it at the Appleton this year.
oh, sweet, sweet.
So I don't know the price, but it's definitely worth it. There'd be like food and drinks and usually music and fun, and
Yeah,
the Appleton's a cool spot.
it is
So
a cool
because
spot.
they had it there, the first time I ever went to one was at the Appleton. I think it was the year before COVID. It was like right before. So then obviously it got more complicated since then, and now it's gotten back to able to
Yeah,
have crowds and a
good
party
crowds.
again. So that should
Yes,
be
large groups of people hanging out and doing the
yeah,
good
just
stuff.
spreading diseases again,
Why not?
like we were
Why
meant
not?
to.
Right, right. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt.
Unless it gets thrown in your eyes, and
Well,
then
I
it
mean,
does
yeah, but
hurt.
then even then, I mean, you wash it out, you'll be fine, and the next time you know how to close your eyes. I mean,
Yeah.
it's lessons learned. Yeah, we could definitely go into a rabbit hole. Do you like rabbit holes?
Like I don't know, like chasing to find tricks or something like cereal or
No,
like
do you believe in aliens?
yeah. I mean, I think I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. I mean, they've told us they exist now, right?
I
So
mean, they've
that's
told us that
they have evidence.
UAPs exist.
UAP. See, I've never actually looked into. I just heard whatever. So there's
Yeah,
UAPs. What's
yeah,
this?
they're no longer UFOs. It's now unidentified aerial phenomenons,
Oh, okay.
UAPs, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information coming out on that. But to me personally, I don't know. Obviously, I don't. I'm not. No, I mean, I could be an alien, but I think it could very well be like humans. You've seen a drone. You've seen how drones can work.
Yeah.
Let's make like a big giant version of a drone. Like we don't have to like know all the technology that's out there. Yes, aliens I believe do exist. This place is too small to be surrounded by just humans. And but what if like the UAPs that we see these days are like our own? I don't know. I don't
Just
know.
like yeah. I mean, I can't remember what we watched. Something a long while ago, and it was talking about how I think it's like conspiracy theory type stuff, but it was like talking about what not necessarily the government, but whoever is like the people that are running, pulling the strings in the world, right? The great power of
Yeah,
like
Illuminati
whatever
for
these whoever
name.
these things are. There's like going to be mentioned at one point that there's going to be they're going to use like this alien type thing to get us all to come together to fight something. And it's weird that the alien thing got announced recently because this was like years ago. I
Yeah.
saw whatever this video was, and they were talking about one of the next things they're going to do. I don't remember. I wish I remember what the movie was or whatever it
Was it
was.
with a Spanish guy?
Dude, I don't
Don't
know.
remember.
It's like I hardly watch anything anymore. It seems, and then randomly we'll see something when I'm with somebody somewhere. Like I don't.
Yeah, you
We
don't
don't
get a
own a
title, you
TV.
just
We
watch
don't.
it. Yeah, you don't own a TV.
No, I mean
Interesting.
we got phones these days. So what
Right,
I mean, if you
right. You
it's
can just
crazy.
watch
Like
that.
I got my laptop, so like we do stream
Right.
some Netflix here and there or
You
whatever.
don't
You
really need
know,
a
or
TV. You're right. We have screens everywhere. You
so
don't
it's
really need a
crazy. Like yeah,
TV.
these days.
Yeah.
But even before we had the internet stuff, like that, we didn't have a
Yeah.
TV. Like so, I mean, like yeah, we just were kind of traveling and exploring, being in life. I had the flip phone, just
Right.
living in the moment.
That's fair. That's totally fair. I didn't have social media until 2015, and that's because like I had family, I had kids, and my family wanted to see pictures of my kids, and
Yeah,
that was like the easiest way to like show them how to like, oh, there you go. Other than that, I really didn't care. I had a Snapchat to talk to my friends. That's
yeah,
literally the only thing I had like all the way back then. But that movie that you're talking about, I did see a movie that that's something like that, where um, it's like the end of the world, aliens come to take over the earth or whatever.
Yeah.
And so like this dude's like trying to go and save his fiance, and like ends up like getting to a spaceship and finding some aliens and fighting them and like
Yeah.
ripping their like helmets off, and it turned out to be humans.
Yeah.
And it was like the only way that humans were able to find a conflict to all become one,
Yeah.
to go against something. Like they couldn't go against Russia because then it would be like us against Russia. They
Yeah.
needed to find a way that it would be the earth versus something else, and that
Yeah.
was like how they did it. So that, yeah, things like that could be really wild and crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's, I mean,
Mindset.
ever since I heard that, because it was not even like a fictional movie, so to speak. It was like a documentary type thing. They're
Yeah,
talking about, or I see like people's theories about stuff, or I
right.
don't remember exactly, but
It makes sense. It's fair.
but yeah, that when I heard the thing about the alien they were talking about, I was like, "Ooh, is this time? Are they gonna start
Right.
slowly
Doing the
doing the
motion
thing? Are
of
we gonna
that
start
thing.
seeing?" I remember I was driving home the other night though, and I don't usually work late, but I went to the studio and did like a late session. I was coming back and it was like 11 o'clock, and I was driving down Fort King because I live right around the corner here. And I'm driving down Fort King through the little loops, and then I see what looks like just like fire on a, I don't know why I thought like a cathedral top, like just like,
Yeah.
but I'm like nothing's tall enough over there. And I was like going down, I could see it in the distance, and I kept, damn, something's like flying crazy, and I'm like going down the road, and I'm following this thing, and it's like I didn't know if it was like a reflection thing that was going on. I'm like, this is crazy, like fire. And then when I get home, I don't know why I thought, I was like, was there a shuttle launch? And that other night when they had whatever that shuttle launch, it was the one that they had. So
Yeah.
it's funny, I'm like watching this
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
but it was like, because by the time I finally got around behind the trees and got to a spot where I thought I could get out and like watch, it was just like gone. And I'm like,
Yeah. Are you seeing some?
imagining stuff.
Are you
I
seeing
looped
some?
around the block a couple times, and it was also like like I said, it was like 11. I think it was like 11:11 or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like driving around, and I'm just a little bit out of it because I've been painting and it's been a long day, and I'm driving home like, I'm seeing things.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
But it was funny to like Google like
What's going on?
launches
Yeah.
in
Am I the only
Florida,
one
like,
that just
yeah.
saw
And
this?
then it was like, oh, okay, so that's what happened.
And we're definitely
I'm
getting
not
to that
crazy.
point. We're getting to that point. Um, the Hubble telescope, Hubble, James Webb telescope. The James Webb telescope just found a question mark in space. Of course, it's not a question mark. It's a bunch of little stars and gases. But looking out there, it's a perfect. Like the Batman and Riddler movie from like,
Oh, with Jim Carrey,
yeah, yeah,
like the,
yeah, that one.
was that Val
Jim
Kilmer that
Carrey,
was in
yeah.
that, was Batman in that one?
And who was Two Face?
I don't remember who
Yeah,
played him, but yeah.
that one. It looked just like that kind of question mark
Oh,
in space, and then they dissected it and they found it. And I'm so ready for aliens to come here and like give us some technology where we can just create things like, oh, I want a peanut butter sandwich. Boop, 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 boop. There's a peanut butter sandwich. We'll be all good. We'll be all good. Somehow they'll find a way to still use capitalism and ruin that, but we'll figure that one out. Right?
yeah, like with AI and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, AI is a whole nother thing. AI has been doing amazing things for the human race, but at the same time, doing some craziness to us. People have found cancer in their body through AI.
Really?
But then they've also like created AI on Twitter who's like 80% of the users, and it's just all toxicness. So
Yeah.
it obviously two sides of the spectrum. And that's another rabbit hole that we can
Yeah.
totally get into. So you say you do a lot of painting. Are you doing a lot of like murals or spots around here? And
Yeah, I'm gonna be starting a mural. Actually, I just posted about it today. I'll be starting a mural in Brooksville next on the 20th. I think it's Wednesday
okay,
or Tuesday. It's next week on the 20th. I know that for sure. 9/20.
do you have an idea of what you're?
Oh
Of
yeah,
what
I mean,
you're?
I've been in communication with them. It's for the Florida Wildlife Corridor, and
Oh,
they've done
awesome.
3 murals so far, and they're trying to spread them out through the different areas that fall into the corridor, and it's kind of, and they want you to use different animals and plants and things that are native Florida
For
to the
that area,
corridor. So it's
in
kind of
that
just
area
a
too.
bring awareness and kind of, yeah, make people more aware of the nature and kind of get inspired to see it and go, oh, I didn't think about,
Yeah,
how
everything else.
beautiful it is. Even when you just paint a picture of an animal and they see it and someone goes, you know, and
Nature.
maybe we should like do something nice to help
Yeah.
save this thing, preserve it. So
Right.
anyway, I started a mural for that next Wednesday, and it's going to be a 35-foot tall by a
Whoa.
22-foot mural. So the biggest one I've done so far by the square foot. So even
Really?
bigger than the Riley. The Riley was like big long. This will be big tall and
Yeah.
sort of wide. So
Which one's the Riley one?
the one I did with the music notes over
Yeah.
by the skate
Okay.
park there, you can see
Yeah, and you can see them
all
all.
the fractured kind of
Right.
notes in the.
Right.
But so that we have been in communication with them for a while now. So I'll show you the. I can show you the preview of the design. I teased
I
everybody
like that.
on my post today
And post
where
today.
I was
I'm gonna have
like
to find
drawing
it
on
and
it,
repost
but
it.
there is no. At the end, I'm like, oh, you want to see it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to
You have to
go.
wait.
Oh
You're gonna have to
man.
wait
Oh
for the.
man.
I'm not the one that I don't like to show the murals sketches beforehand because they would give a lot away. They're pretty close to what the end looks like as far as like I don't change it a whole lot because there's a lot of pre-work. Like the more work on the mural is done beforehand because you
Right.
really don't want to get to a big ass wall and be debating things and thinking and trying to figure out what color should I do this here? Maybe I should add this or that because then you're wasting like time, especially because I'm renting a lift and you
Right.
know like the
Right.
weather and you're outdoors and you don't when you're inside and on your pad or whatever method you're prepping the mural design with, you know, you can spend all that time tightening it and getting what you want and then kind of getting all the supplies and figuring out kind of an attack pattern. And I'm hiring an assistant as well, so I'm paying him by the hour. I don't want to
Right. Just
diddly
waste
do.
time
So
on
this
useless
is
hours.
definitely important to have done. So usually all the murals, with the exception of a couple, I've done where I improvise a lot while I'm in
Okay.
there or play around. But it just depends on how big the project is and if it's indoors versus outdoors kind of thing.
Okay. How many so many questions gained.
That's all right.
How many murals do you have? How many do you have
Uh,
so far around
the
town?
first one I did was in 2020. Actually, yeah, first time in, or was at the end of 20, at the end of 2019 is the first one I did, and that did it for the centers, which is now something else I found out, and they painted over,
Whoa.
my mural just because they changed brands, and
Right.
but they really could have just painted over the little tiny. There was like a little tiny centers logo that I painted into the mural, but instead of that, and all
Yeah.
these kids come in now and they're really sad because it was like a for where the kids would come in and just kind of sad to hear. But so that one, and then I ended up painting at the art house, which was kind of a big break, I'd say, for me in Ocala as far as meeting a lot of people and getting seen. Because beforehand, I was just painting in my studio, so a lot of people didn't know me. But this, I don't know if you heard about the art house, but it was pretty wild. You
No.
didn't hear about
No,
that? Okay,
I
so it
don't
was an old
know.
Victorian house that Lisa Midget had owned, she recently sold, and then they were going to renovate it. So they let artists EJ Nieves and then
Okay.
Teddy, and then we're in there playing. And I saw this online. They're posting like doing things like, hey, I just recently finished a mural. I got some leftover paint. The one I did the center had this leftover paint. Hey, I'd love to come play on a wall too. And so
Mm-hmm.
you just like, yeah, come on by. So I came by, and like the next day I was painting a mural on the wall. And
Whoa.
so and then Jordan got in there, painted on a wall. Some other people got in there. We were just a bunch of artists were ideally going to decorate the whole house, and we all had our own rooms, and we were going to
Yeah.
like transform the rooms and then have a huge show like
That would be
in
yeah,
the
that's
in the
awesome.
spring. But then there was like the construction needed to happen a lot earlier than anticipated, so then we immediately had to just like have like a oh crap, now we're gonna have a show and have people come in, and a lot of people came out, and it was really just fun party. And so I did two murals at that spot, um, and then yeah, that got me a lot of work through people I had met there at that, and then so yeah, I got the one at the courthouse, the MCA at the Riley. I got one at the Discovery Center. There's one on the Ola Coffee, the new Ola Coffee that opened up recently. How many that is. And then I've done a bunch in this waxing salon in
Yeah.
Bellevue, which has been pretty fun.
That's cool.
And yeah, I'm supposed to have 5 coming up, and we'll see if the red tape gets cut in time to have them done by the end of the year. But I don't. It's starting to look like not, because I had anticipated that I should have already had 2 done by now, and that's kind of part of the annoying part about the mural work I'm finding
It's your
is the like kind of the drag. Like, for example, the Ola one that I just put on there, I had talked to him when I finished the Riley, which I finished last December.
Okay.
And so, and I just finished that Ola coffee mural. It was like, when did I do that? It was like right before the baby was born. So like June, right? So December to June. It took that long for
Okay.
things to happen. Like, and the
Yeah.
concept was already like I gave him a concept. We did all that kind of stuff early on. Like he paid me a deposit for that, and we took care of all that, and so
Yeah.
great. But it's not their fault. The city, has to do this stuff, blah blah blah.
Okay.
So it took forever for their project to get to the point where I could come in and paint. And then
Mm.
so the same with a couple other things where it's like I'm talking to like a hospital and the
Right.
lady who I'm communicating with isn't the one who gets to write the checks, or she's got to then relay to the next person
Right.
and this person, and by the time it bounces around to the
The
person who finally could
process.
like say that looks like a great design, let's go for it. You're waiting weeks sometimes, and I
Right.
don't know why. You send us several emails and you don't get responses. So
Yeah,
it's
I
frustrating.
know. I know that feel.
So that's the only thing about these murals right now. I'm a little like, fortunately with the wildlife corridor people, they have been great. So it's
Yeah.
very quick communication. We set
Ready to
dates.
go.
They've been very, you know, professional about it, and
That's
obviously they've done it
awesome.
before, so they know
How
how to get these
it
things lined
goes.
up. How to get the funds, how to get the things and organize, and so it's really exciting. And we have a date for the ribbon cutting. So by the 14th of October, that's when this Brooksville mural will be revealed, which is the
Whoa.
same day as Applaud the Arts. So in the morning, I'll be doing the ribbon cutting, and I'll be drawing
Wow.
portraits of the Applaud that night.
I'm gonna have to write a lot of stuff down on my calendar because that's also October 13th is also the oddities thing, and then right after that, later that night is the Rocky Horror Picture Show for Lo-Fi,
Okay.
and then on the 14th I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah. If you want to come down to Brooksville, it's only an hour. I mean, it'd be worth.
It's only an
It's
hour.
only an hour,
It's
but
only an
is that a
hour.
lot for some people? I guess.
Some people. I don't know. I used to do that when I used to work down south. I used to have to do that like an hour and a half drive down and an hour and a half drive up. But
Mm-hmm.
money was good. But now it's like, an hour's not too bad, especially from Ocala. You kind of have to do that in some locations, at least half of that.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not? I might be there.
Yeah, you don't have me. At some
No.
point, you probably want to check out the murals. I mean,
Yeah.
if it comes out as like I hope it does, it'll be worth.
Yeah. I'm excited to see it. Honestly, I know it's a lot of work. Doing stuff like this, it's very hard for me to do. So and to be able to imagine seeing like a giant wall, like going outside and being like, "Yep, I'm putting a cheetah on a woman's face, jumping out of an alligator, coming out of that wall, and then making it happen."
Yeah.
I don't even want to pretend like I know like how that even comes to like happen. I think no, the only one I can actually say that I've seen work, um, right up here. You say you're from around here, so you go up and make a right on the sidewalk. That's all the animals that go up on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, Drake made that.
Yeah. I've watched him like while driving by. I haven't like sat and been like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm watching you, but like
It's a busy
days.
street.
Yeah, like I've days of him like doing stuff, and at the end, I just like no longer see him. But I'm like, oh snap! Let me slow down and watch this
Yeah.
entire thing. Like it's a process, and it's amazing like how creative and determined all of you people are to be able to do that because that takes some work.
Yeah, he was painting that while I was doing the Riley mural. So I
Yeah,
would drive. I live right off of that over by Ward Highland there.
yeah.
So I drive by Drake every day, and then actually some people would come to me while I was working on the mural over there. I'm like, didn't I just see you painting there on 36? And I'm like, no. Like, how would I?
Yeah.
It's like, and this one guy even came up and started talking to me. He's like, yeah, I was talking to you yesterday on that wall, like looking at my face. Me and Drake
Yeah.
don't look that
No.
much like Bush because he does have at that time I think he had a full beard and
Yeah.
everything. And it's like, yeah, what you mean?
Right.
Like
I think it's
like you
because they
talked to
don't
me. You
think that there's like
remember? I'm like, yeah, I was
artists.
talking to you, and we're talking now. I'm like, we don't sound the same. We're both do have long hair, and I don't even
Isn't
think
he a
actually
little
he had his
shorter?
haircut was shorter then too because he used to have some
I
longer
thought
hair,
he
and
had
now it's
short
it got
hair
cut.
when I saw him out there.
I think while he was working on it. So by that point, we didn't even have anything in similarity except for the fact that we like to paint and we
Yeah.
used bright colors.
Which is wild because I guess like this town is so small that like I guess a lot of people are like, oh, aren't you that person? And could be because
Or they
both of
assume
you
just
are,
because
yeah,
they're like, oh, you paint murals, so you probably did all the
yeah,
murals in
all
town.
the
It's like,
mirrors,
yeah, I did
yeah,
all the murals in town.
right.
That's how it
Which
works.
I really think that Ocala is like a rose about to open, because like the more and more I dig into Ocala, the more and more I realize that there's like really good healthy culture growing here of like art, music, theater. Like we're doing so many things, and the art
Yeah, for
like
sure.
alone is like really different
Yeah,
here, and it's very interesting to see what we have to offer. Do you want that sticker?
I just playing with it. I don't fidget. I
No,
fidget a lot of
that's
stuff.
okay. You can so totally have that sticker. It's my last free sticker from Lizzie Ludo. You can totally have that sticker if you like. I have my own sticker on my skateboard, which I'm gonna need you to sign after this.
Okay,
And yeah,
$30.
$30 for a sign.
Yeah, just kidding.
This skateboard is now on sale.
I'm just
No,
kidding.
no. Even if it's $30, we'll think about it. I'll
No, that
think
was
about
like, wasn't that Picasso or some? I think it was him that somebody wanted had. He like drew on a napkin or something. They wanted him to sign it.
it. Yeah.
Afterwards, they gave him the napkin and like they're like, "Oh, you didn't sign it." It's like, if I signed it, then it'd be
Worth
yeah.
thousands. Yeah, I remember that
I think
story,
it
and
was
he
something
asked
like
for
that.
a
Yeah.
buttload of money or hundreds back
Yeah,
then.
I'm not gonna do that for sure.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
I'm no Picasso.
So when is Battle of the Brushes?
March 23rd of the 2024.
Right, that's what I was trying
So
to.
it's a bit down the road, but we're in the process of now. This year, I'm getting artists
Okay,
to apply. Like last 2 years, I kind of just reached out to people and kind of put the whole thing together based off of people I had met or wanted to come battle. So it was all kind of hand selected, which in a sense it'll still be that way this year, but I'm letting people apply and then I'm going to hand select from that.
okay, that's
I am
fair.
reaching out to people and asking them to apply still because I'd love for them to throw their name in the hat. And then depending on how many people we get or what we got, I'll sit down with a couple other people, and we'll go through the work and we'll pick 8 people because we have 3 from last year, and we'll pick 8 new people, and then there will be a card.
Okay.
Say card. A wild card where anybody who applies gets their name in the hat, and we will pull somebody at random. So
Whoa.
even if you are terrible, I'm not gonna say that that there is a terrible but
Right, right,
not suited necessarily even for this event. Like you could
right,
probably be an artist who couldn't paint a line or whatever, or you're just trying to get out there and you want the shot, but your portfolio is not strong enough.
right.
Apply anyway because you might get pulled, and who knows, this could push you
Yeah,
somewhere.
it's your Eminem moment.
Yeah, one shot, baby. And you just don't know because this year we're also gonna have judges judge it since there's a prize. There is a
Okay,
thousand
yeah,
dollars
$1,000
for
prize.
the
Yeah.
first, which won't be based on coins this year. Um,
Okay.
so we'll still do the coin system, and that'll be for the People's Choice, which will be $250 for that. So you
Okay,
still get a
that's
prize
cool.
for
Yeah,
the,
I like
and people
that.
still get to vote and have
Yeah.
fun. But it's a little too much of a popularity thing for
True,
giving a
because if you
prize.
just like invite all your friends and you have 1,000 friends, then
Yeah, you can
you're
invite a
gonna
bunch of
win.
friends, and which is not bad because you want your friends to come, and it does
Right,
promote like flooding the event with people, which is ultimately it's a fundraiser. So like at the end of the day, I don't care who wins. I want it to be fair, and I want obviously the person to win to be the person that should win. But I mean, like
right,
at the end of the day, we're also trying to make money for the Max and the MCA. So
right,
like the more people show up, the more potential there is to sell T-shirts and other merchandise, and then give back to them, which is
right.
what we're trying to do is have a really fun event and
Give back.
give some money. So um, yeah, so that's exciting. We're gonna try to get people. So that's why we're already putting the word out because I'm trying to get that figured out by
Right.
December. That's when the cutoff is December 3rd, and then we'll have everybody figured out by the 17th
Then
of
you have the three
December.
months to really promote,
And
and
then yeah, we're also gonna start our fundraiser, kind of looking for sponsors and stuff. In November, I think we'll start plugging at people so we have time. Which excitingly enough, a guy on my way over here was trying to talk to me on the phone about. He sent me a message this morning. Wants to sponsor the prize, and he even mentioned possibly making it more.
whoa,
So,
that's crazy.
we'll see. I'm gonna talk to him because depending, I kind of like where the prize is at, and maybe hopefully he still wants to push that money into funding some other parts of the
Right.
event. Because honestly, I don't know if we need it to be I mean,
More
the
than
prize could be big. I mean,
shoot,
$1,000 is
man.
a lot, but I mean,
1,000's a lot. Like,
thousands is already good. But I mean, we could. I'm gonna talk with them. We'll see what happens. But it could be changing the number to
right. I mean, it's
more
fair. I
than
mean,
double the price, which
oh
is
my
crazy.
goodness, that is
Which
crazy.
might could be interesting. What
A lot
that
of
amount of
people.
money would get people then to be like, maybe
I'm
I
gonna
would
try.
come
Yeah.
from another
Right.
state to come.
Yeah. For
I'll
2,000
put up a hotel room because I could possibly make $2,500 instead of
Right. You could at
uh,
least pay for your vacation or
yeah,
take home the big
and then
bucks.
maybe we push it towards some of the other prizes getting a little bit more. Then maybe the popular vote gets to be 500 instead of
Right.
2,500.
True.
So I
True. And
could
then
bump everything up a little bit. And then there's also a host like my pick. So whoever
okay.
appeases me gets $100. Not to say
Cool.
like that, but
You might
whoever
be
that I vote for at the end will get $100 host choice.
nice.
So
Like a gift
somebody
card.
could win all of it technically, because there will be the judges
Whoa.
picking, there will be the
True.
people picking with coins, and then
Right.
there'll be me picking, and we won't know who
Until the very end.
until the end because I'm
You
gonna
open up
vote.
the
Yeah, so you open it up
envelope
and
and
you're
you're like,
like,
da da
oh shit,
da. Yeah, that would be wild.
you could
Someone
be the
taking home
triple
all of
crown
it.
winner of Battle of
That
the
would be
Brushes.
crazy.
So yeah, no,
Wow.
it's exciting that was it because the applications were actually supposed to hopefully pay for the prizes. That's another thing. So it's $20 to apply, which is not a lot. It's going to be, even if you don't get in, at least you're donating something towards it, because whatever overflow we have will also
Right.
get pushed into merchandise or like, promotion stuff or
Yeah.
any of the things like the potties.
The potties.
The potty. Yeah, you can tell I have a kid, right? Because I
Yeah.
call it a potty.
Yeah,
But
I
any of
do
the,
too. I call it all the I gotta go potty.
yeah.
Yeah, it
So
is
we need to get some
such a
potties
cute
for
thing.
people's butts
Yep, yep.
and all that fun stuff
And some
that
food
goes into the
trucks.
event. The food trucks fortunately don't cost
Right,
money because they make money, so they
right.
come.
And they come for free.
Which I found out that some people say that you can get them to pay you
Yeah,
to be at your event, which I
right.
didn't know that was a thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh shit,
A
maybe I
percentage as
should
well.
find out.
Remember, also a percentage. Some of them are willing to
I
do
don't really like.
percentage.
I'm not gonna charge like, because I like I work with Mexican a lot, so they come pretty
Sweet.
much most of my shows, and they've been really great. Even because they come to ones that sometimes aren't as well attended, or if it rains and then they're not making very much money, but they still
Right.
come out with a smile and they're sweet. So I have them come out to pretty much everything. But this year I'm gonna have two because I'm anticipating, like, as of last year, I had people were saying like, yeah, they'd be out of some things kind of early.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna have a bigger flow this year. I'm gonna try to have two trucks this year. So
Nice.
I might.
I'm super excited. I went to the very first one. I got the I got the sticker on my old skateboard. Um, I'm excited for more stickers. I'll be excited to talk to your artist.
Yeah, I should have brought you one of the fun ones from last year that we had a new one made that I think was pretty cool.
It might be the first sticker on my next year's skateboard.
Well, I got this fun. I'll show you some other things too that
Yeah, I'm
I
so
got
down.
going on off camera. But
Yep.
so the battle. But the next thing that's coming up that you definitely aren't gonna want to miss is my solo show / 40th birthday party.
What? Okay. I saw
That's
you were on the Ocala Mall. No, I'm sorry, not Ocala Mall. Ocala Magazine. You're
oh
so
yeah, I
close. Yeah, I
did see
saw
it.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw your thing. And yeah, when's your birthday?
My birthday is in October, but the party is in December because
Okay.
I'm trying to have 40 new paintings for the show. So I
Okay,
need,
so 40/40.
yeah, which it'll end up being more because there's also some work that I want to show that I haven't shown yet. That's not part of that. That'll be like separated from. There's gonna be a lot of stuff in there.
Okay,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a whole thing, and I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about exact things just because I don't know which parts I'm gonna decide on
And
that are
some
in
you
my
might be
brain
like,
now, or last
no,
minute be
yeah,
like, will I do this or will I do that? But for sure,
something's
40
going
new
on.
pieces is what's happening. That I've been working on for about over a year now. I've been slowly. Now I've been really working on it because obviously I have to now. But
Right.
I've been kind of in the back of my mind like, oh, I might do this, and I've been working on these pieces. So I had like half of them done, but sort of not. Like 15 of them were done, and now I'm trying to finish a lot. And I keep
Oh,
adding more to the pile. So if I get all that I have on the
right.
pile plus what's in my notes of like, you should paint this or paint that, then there'll be well over 50 or more. But
Nice.
so there's a potential. It could be even more. But
Okay.
we're gonna have music. We'll have Joel will be spinning, and then Glizzy Gillespie will be opening,
Very cool.
and then we got the food truck, and then Infinite Nail's gonna donate some beer, and yeah, you have a chance to get smaller works. There's a lot of pieces like this
Yeah.
size or this size, because I've only have right now available is big pieces. This will be the
Right.
first time in years that I have
Small version.
small works, and
Whoa.
can get the prices down
If you buy 3 or 4 paintings,
What?
if you buy like a couple paintings, you can get like a discount on it, right?
I guess so. There'll be things like I'm trying to keep the majority, like 60% of the show. I'm trying to keep it like 500 and under. So for
Yeah,
me,
well, that's
that's
fair.
a because they're all framed too. All the frames are getting built
Right.
and painted to go with it. There's like they are an extension from the piece. So there's no
Okay.
having to take an oil painting home and getting it framed. They're all part of the work. So it'll be ready, pop up on your wall. And
Get going.
so I'm
You're
trying
also
to
paying
keep
for
it, small because people also have wall issues.
it.
So
Yeah.
and then just for
True.
me too, like to be able to just kind of like start and finish something. Like I'm working 4 foot pieces or whatever. It's cool. But
Yeah.
I'm starting to like it's a lot of work and it's very pricey. And then afterwards, you move them at a pace that's kind of like
Yeah.
they go, but there you gotta patient and you
Yeah.
gotta dance them from wall to wall and place.
Okay.
So this is
Kind
kind of
of
like
make things new.
this is kind of nice to have a whole like almost like little desserts. You open the box and there's like a little paintings. There's something about them. I don't know what it is. Something about them. They seem
Yeah.
like these little objects. These little
A gift. It's like a little
yeah, they're little.
painting gift.
I don't know. There's like the way they're all together. They just look like a big thing of donuts. All
Really? Oh,
colorful and
okay. Okay. All
like
right.
a collection. I don't know
Like the
something about it. So I'm
bouquet.
excited to see it when it's finally on the walls and complete, and they're not just all like half started or
Right.
unframed, and then kind of they're slowly. That's what I've been working on pretty aggressively right now, which is very excited about that show.
Okay. So I definitely got to put a lot of
December 2nd
links
there.
and a lot of things. Do you have
Yeah.
like a event link or anything,
I have
or
that one I made an event for. I didn't
you
do one for
did?
the battle yet because it's not a lot of information for it yet, and
Right.
it's just I just did like a save the date
Okay.
plug, which I kind of figure whenever I finally do make the actual, I might do it after the artists get announced, and at least
Right.
I know who
So
the
then you can
artists
get
are. I'll
everything.
know,
Yeah.
like I can tell you one music act that we have is Propaganda,
Okay.
so they are going to be playing. But there's some people I'm talking to about the other music, so I'm still trying to get the whole lineup. So
Okay. Well, I'll definitely put everything in the links.
yeah,
Everyone
so
already
there will
knows the links will be
be
there.
there's going to be I'm working on figuring out all the details for that, but for the most part, yeah, it's all going to come together. I mean, at this point, the
Yeah.
artists are going to this. We only need 9 new artists. So I don't. It's not going to be hard to get that started.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried about enough people applying to have a show, and there
Yeah.
will be an event. I just have
There's
to.
definitely plenty of people probably applying.
Oh, so far we've got a couple, so
Right.
that's good. I
Okay.
mean, it's so early. I mean, I know me. I'm a last
Right.
minute kind of.
Yeah.
So like, even if
I
I
kind
see
of
as
am
soon as I
too.
see the date, you're like, I don't got to apply till December 3rd.
Yeah.
So like, I know that going into it, so I can't get frustrated when I know like people are like, oh yeah, I'm gonna apply, and I'm like, I know they will. I'll bug
Yeah.
those people again
Do
like
you do
a
you
week
ever?
beforehand. I'll be like, you didn't apply yet. Poke,
Yeah.
poke, poke, poke.
Yeah.
So I'll probably be doing a
Apply.
lot of poking in December. I'll be like, hey,
Right. Get this
and it's the
done.
day after my party. So December 2nd is my party, and then the deadline
So
cuts on the 3rd. So that night, I'll also be like,
yeah.
hey, buy this painting.
Yeah.
Did you apply yet?
Did you apply yet? Did you do this yet? Did you do this yet? Yeah.
uh, I'll be
And you can't. They can't even like walk away from it because
I'll
they
be
gotta
like, it's my
come.
birthday. Apply right now. You're not gonna buy a
Get your
painting?
phone
Just
out.
apply
Yeah.
right
Get your
now.
phone out. It's fair.
Sweet. No, I mean,
Here's your cake and apply.
fortunately, yeah, we got the fact that we got the prize money already covered though. Like
Yeah.
that
That's
was what I was
amazing.
hoping the applications were gonna do. So now the applications are already going to go into
Making it
funding the
better.
bands and
Hmm.
all the other stuff. So I'm like, that's really exciting.
That's wild. That's so wild. I
So we're
would
gonna
really
get
want to get into the mindset of making events like that as well. This random life, I would love to make this random event and
yeah
figure something out like that. So I'm gonna definitely have to pick your brain on how
yeah
to even do this kind of stuff. Cause
yeah. The first year was all out of my pocket,
yeah,
and I just did it,
yeah,
and it was very very cheap and it worked. I mean, honestly, I could throw an event and have it not cost a lot. But then like last year, I mean, I spent more alone on one of the music acts than I did the whole first year. So it's like,
well, okay,
which is worth it. Like
yeah,
the music, like some people are like, oh, you spend too much money on the music part. Like, no, man, that's important. You want
yeah. It kind of
the
gets the vibe.
vibe, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it gets
want the
the vibe of the
energy. Like I was
music
part of
and
what I envisioned was like, being something. I don't want just one person singing a song. Like I
right,
want bands. I want
right,
high energy,
yeah.
full things
you
going
want there
on.
to be breaks, and then like people get food, drinks, and then
Yeah.
there's the next band, and you like it constantly just
Yeah,
is
just like
a
there's always and then the variety. Like I don't
right.
want like the same music. So anyway, the music's an important part of the flow. So like, I think it's great to have a high energy full band kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, last year was the first year. Then I was like introduced to like, oh, you should give sponsors, and I'm like, I never done that before. So I learned a lot about that last year, and it was great because that didn't cost me anything, but
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And but this year, since we did it last year, we did the sponsors. Hopefully, I can reach out to you start off by reaching out to everybody who did last year, and if they want to, they want to. If not, no problem. And then you got people that were excited at the event, like the person who's going to fund the awards. He was like, "Hey, I would love to do some kind of sponsoring next year." And
Right.
sure enough, here he is. I didn't even reach out to me. He was on my list. I didn't even reach out. He reached out to me. And I
That's
was like, okay.
awesome because
So
he
I'm
already
like,
saw it coming, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna get
he
this.
saw the flyer and was like, "Oh shit, that's
Mm-hmm.
coming up!" And he saw the prize, like, "Hey." So anyway, I'm super super excited that that's how these things go too.
Yeah.
Third year, so
Yeah.
more people are willing to assist. And if you want to learn more about it, you could also join our administrative team. If you want to be on the
Really?
board or I'm not having a board, but I'm trying to get a group of people that want to come meet and then talk ideas for it and this and that and be part
Yeah.
of the helping it
I'm
function.
definitely trying to become more of a mover and shaker in the city. So yeah, if you want me to be on the board,
Yeah,
I will so
man.
totally like come in and throw some ideas and
Yeah.
see what sticks. Huh?
We haven't had like a official first meeting at which I got to
Right.
reach out to some people that were kind of on the team last year and get everyone together because we're actually I want to start filming some things like you see the videos we had last
Yeah.
year. I filmed I think I had like 13 or 14 videos I had put together. That was a lot of work, which hopefully some of the sponsor money this year could go towards that because I put
Right.
like a month and a half, 2 months if I didn't do any work. I just did that.
Yeah.
And it'd
Trust
be
me, I
nice
know
to
that here.
have a little bit of money, not like I want to get paid like I normally would, but just
Right.
get a little bit of money to go towards
Right.
hiring an assistant to help me do some of that work or whatever, because I can't ask someone else to give up their time
Right.
completely to edit all these videos or
Right.
whatever. And
Especially that much time for editing and then wanting it to be
but it's
good.
really fun. Yeah, that's the problem. Is I'm really anal too, so I
Yeah.
can't give up a lot of. I'm like I'm gonna still want a lot of hands on it, and
Right.
it's really a fun. It is creating art as well. Like that's what I kept telling myself too while I was working on it. I'm like, this is just another form of art, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Yeah, I'm not getting paid
Right.
for it, but
It's very different. It's a
yeah,
different form
it's
of
just
art.
it was
And
really it's really fun. So I got ideas brewing. I'm excited
it's awesome.
for some of these videos. So if you want to be part of that too, that's
Yeah, dude, I would
also I'll
love
be
to.
reaching out to. I'll be posting if we're gonna have a big shoot where we need a lot of extras and stuff, and get people to come out for that kind of thing, or
Yeah.
stars, tell the tale, or try to figure out what I'm still probably gonna play on the whole boxing WrestleMania kind of type themes because
Okay.
that's
Let's get ready
yeah.
to
I mean that's been
rumble.
kind of like what I thought when I was thinking of
Yeah.
battle royale thing,
Right.
or battle of the bands kind of type thing,
Right.
but most mostly just like the whole boxing type, duke it out,
Yeah, I dig
put them
it.
in the pit, everybody
I
go
dig
at
it.
it. So
Maybe we can get like an arena, like a
well, we
little.
did yeah that video we had last year with the
Yeah.
boxing ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
fun. So I'm not gonna do like any of the same kind of videos, and I don't think I'm gonna do interviews with everybody. Like I tried to last year. I think we had like 3 or so artists that didn't end up getting their videos done or filmed
Yeah.
because it was just like by the end of it, yeah, it was a lot. But
Of course. Now
and
you got a
also if
little
I get
extra
people
hands.
from out of town, might be
Right.
harder because I don't know who's gonna apply it. We opened the call to anybody in the world that really wanted to. Just I mean, why not? You
Yeah.
don't have like I don't expect anyone from Japan to come,
Right.
but
But
somebody
some
from
dudes.
Japan saw that and said, "You know what? I'm actually going to be in the states that
Yep.
time, and I'm an artist,
Yep.
and this looks like fun. Why not?"
Right.
And they
I'm in
applied.
Florida that week.
Yeah, I happen to be going because they're a mural artist or something. They're doing the thing, right? They
Right.
could be on
Yeah.
tour in the states, and next thing you know, they're like, "Hey, I got a window," and like that lines up with my window.
And then they win $1,000 and go back to Japan and be
Yeah, they
like,
could go
hey,
fight for it. Yeah, I mean,
that would be awesome.
it would be great. So
That's a
like
movie
I
right there.
expect out of states kind
Right.
of thing, but the
It's
world, who
cool.
knows? I mean, it's
It's
the
definitely.
options there,
And
and
for $1,000, man, when I
if it
saw
was
that,
2,500, then maybe it would be pulling people from out of there. So I don't know. Maybe I might put the money towards the prize, but I don't know yet.
yeah,
I haven't
well,
talked.
see.
We'll see what kind of thing we can negotiate.
You guys
But
will see. I'll definitely let you go. I feel like you're getting a little antsy. Getting a little antsy.
I'm just here.
Just here. I'll
Just
let you go.
here.
Hun. Uh,
Forgot we are. actually filming something that's going to be seen because
Well, we can wait for this all to come out, and I don't have to post it today or tomorrow. Actually, it won't be posted for like the next 3 or 4 days. I had Alex Soto, Matt Gray, Allison all come yesterday, so
cool.
we've got a lot of editing to do. I know we do a bunch of editing. I do weddings and other stuff. So trust me, editing is like I will be up for hours. Like I am so tired.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? If I put that right there, okay, let me grab my phone real quick. And that'll be up for hours again. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
No,
yeah, if you want to hold this off for a little
I
bit,
just
we
feel
can.
bad because I know I've butchered some things in there, and
Oh.
people will be watching, and they'll go, "Justin, you're supposed to know these things."
Well, you know, we can always do another one.
Yeah.
We can always do more. We can always invite more people, or we can not do any of this, and we can just redo it all again.
Yeah.
It's
No,
all
we're
okay.
not gonna. They're not gonna see this part though. We talk about the edits.
Maybe, possibly.
It'll be like, "Hi, Justin Alsedek and art, walls, murals, battle.
Yep, we're done.
March 23rd.
That's the commercial.
That's it. That's the whole interview.
Welcome
Aliens.
to-
Wait, aliens.
Oh yeah, we had to talk aliens and a little bit of AI.
You gotta have a little bit. Just tiny. We don't even get started on that one.
All right, Justin, thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah,
I can't wait to hang out again before December. Maybe we can talk about your party. And then definitely before Battle of the Bands, I definitely want to be a part of that. I mean, Battle of the Bands, Battle of the Brushes.
Right.
It's just said Battle of the Bands.
I know, yeah.
My bad. Battle of the
You're
Brushes.
good.
Thanks, man. Thank you.